Howdy all, this is Texas Gaming Industries here, and welcome back to another episode of my Let's Play Transport Fever 2 for Remote Edition. In the previous episode, we basically got started on, well, a lot of things. We replaced many of our aging diesel locomotives with newer ones, and we're basically nearing the end of the 20th century. And so much, after so many years of being in the 20th century, we're about to switch over to a new century and a new millennium. And in this episode, we're going to continue on basically improving our operations as we expand our company into the beginning of the 21st century. Now, we have yet to basically get a new locomotive to replace some of our aging Alco PAs on the express trains, as well as for the Alco RS1s on the local commuter service. Although we could eventually replace the aging commuter train's passenger stock with something a little bit more modern. I think it would probably be best to get started on that right now. Let's see. Let's find passenger trains. That's freight, high speed. Here we go. So we'll basically start by selecting all the local passenger trains that we have so far, about 19, and we'll start replacing them with a new locomotive. We don't have much in motive power for diesels, though we could use like a GP40-2 as a replacement for passenger service, but we could also use another diesel type. I think it might be interesting to see the high hood generic diesels in charge of the new commuter service. I mean, sure, they're from the 60s, but this diesel engine is a little bit more modern compared to many of the others. Plus, they can also be refitted to work on passenger trains too. Because all of these Alco RS1s only have about nearly 2,000 horsepower. These have about 4,500. And for passenger equipment, we could basically replace them with a couple of these Bombardier high-level coaches. Or we could basically just use these RTA gallery cars instead. But that locomotive is not multi-unit capable, so that won't work at all. So I guess I'll have to do it like this, I suppose. But again, these commuter trains are a short-term solution. I just basically need to find another solution for all of my commuter trains and for my express trains. I mean, the Alco PAs have done their job very well, but according to this, well, they still have a couple more years of lifetime service left, but however, they're starting to basically show their age. Their passenger stock is also from a bygone era as well. I mean, don't get me wrong, these streamlined trains are very much different from all the other passenger trains that came around at this time, but I'm afraid we'll eventually have to transition away from those old streamliners into something a little bit more modern. I mean, I replaced the aging Pioneer Zephyr set with something a little bit more modern years ago. Well, we can also maybe get started on serving some more industries in the region. Well, Longhorn and Leamington are already being taken care of by truck. What about the Longhorn Brewery? Let's see. Consumers. Cedar Point, Greenwood, and Shineston have yet to receive any of these commodities. So I think maybe it's the right time to actually start expanding this operation a bit. Also, it might be best to also set down some new tracks here for one of our trains, so another track can be used for another train. Let's see. Cargo buildings. Let me see. Can I fit one of these smaller buildings here? Yeah. Let's see. Just place down a couple more tracks on this side, and we'll basically have a new platform to start transporting barrels of liquor around. Just gotta add some platforms, though. And we also received a new station design right here. Might as well have a look once we finish building this new cargo platform. Though, it kinda doesn't match the newer ones, but we are updating many of our older freight stations. Yeah, this is a newer freight platform compared to the older ones. But, however, at least we could expand this track out a bit. No catenary, thank you. And just basically connect this piece here. And we'll probably add a new set of dwarf signals here to replace the aging ones here in this yard. And as for one of the trains carrying alcohol barrels, that train that's being powered by that Alco HH600, that Alco switcher, it will basically transition itself onto the new platform, to its new platform here. Also, we need to set a new signal on this track so the train does not crash into the main line. Let's see. Alcohol barrels. You will be sent to track 1 instead. It may not be the longest platform, but at least, however, you can service that one. Last thing we need is now to set up another train to carry barrels of alcohol. Let's see. We could deliver it to the towns of Cedar Point, which is located to the right, or, well, whatever direction this is located in. That will require some freight traffic on that. The town of Greenwood, which is located along the main line, to here, but we could easily also service this town via trucks, which I might actually start doing. Because there is a roadway connecting there, and I could just simply connect that industry to my road network. But, however, if I do that, people will start using that road to connect to the town of Greenwood, which will mean passengers will basically travel on that instead. But if it helps at least to get the towns going between the two destinations, I'm up for it. So the road will be double laned first, and then we'll basically go straight beyond that. Just need to curve it to the right. Need to go straight again. Take another right. Take a left, and then just basically connect to the road that leads to the waterworks. We'll add another set of double-laned roads. And there we go. Now, I actually might consider replacing this ancient road crossing with something a little bit more better, because this is an active main line here, and there's going to be trains coming through, and so often that hardly any road traffic is going to get through. So I think it's probably time to build a new divergent road over the track. I want to at least try to keep my trucks with supplies for the town coming in. We'll replace this wooden design of bridge with something a little bit more stronger. We'll replace it with the cement bridge. We'll then curve the road down. Too much slope. Do that. And then just simply get the road down. Let's see. Curve it a bit to the left. And then just see if we can connect it here. Perfect. Now, trucks and road vehicles can easily go over this, but I'll have to demolish the old road crossing first. And replace this ancient road with this one. Perfect. Now, all trucks will basically go over the railroad via this bridge. And now it's actually time to get started on serving this station with delivering that town with trucks. Okay. Platform left. We'll basically... Actually, no. We'll do it like this. We'll set the platform close to this here. Longhorn halt. And expand the platforms a bit for the larger trucks. Longhorn halt. And let's see. It'll be dropped off at this station here. Let's see. Is it trucking convoy A, B, or C, or D for this operation? I mean, I know the green line is used for trucks carrying supplies from the railroad warehouses into town. Oh, it's purple. So this will basically be, let's see, trucking convoy D. Trucking convoy D be purple, and train 50, no path. And what train will that one be? Oh, it's the train carrying, let's see, carrying silver bars. The train's too long for this crossover. I better, modify this track a bit. There we go. Just turn it around and the train will get back on its way again. It has a lot of silver, but no copper ore. Well, copper bars. That train should be heading back to pick up copper bars right now. And why is some of these trains still going on this route? I better change that. Let's see. It will go on this route and return on this route. It will just basically cross over to reach its final destination onto this line here. Let's see. Refined oil. And then it will just go back to the same... Oh, hold on. And it will just go back to the same direction on the return trip. This train is carrying coffee berries. And the only way that leads to that industry is via this... If there's industries that are required to go through this area, I won't mind that. But if there's towns that basically go this way, I'll have to basically make some arrangements. Let me see. Train 36, train C2. Let's see. Fruit, that's still going on the new loop. Let me see. Slag. Yeah, it's going... Wait a minute. Why is this train going on the passenger line? It's not supposed to. There we go. Okay. Now with that taken care of, let's get some trucks into place. We'll carry about... Let's see. we'll just use the Kentworth trucks and carry that load of liquor into town. We also still need to deliver lubricants into town, but I'm pretty sure the trucks are handling that as we speak. It just needs more deliveries of lubricants. Which, by the way, that train should be heading back up to be filled up with lubricants as we speak. Which, by the look of things, I think has arrived back to pick up its load. Although it does need more refined oil. Which that train is basically heading back now, heading to Granite South, which is basically where it's supposed to pick it up. Yeah, Granite South is the oil refinery, but I think we need to start transporting more crude oil there. Let's see, whiskey doesn't have any packaging cartons or machinery, but the town is still doing alright. I already completed the task of supplying one town with all the needed commodities at the same time, so it's already fine. Let me see. We could at least now set up another train to carry loads of alcohol barrels. We'll need more grain, and we need more sugar, and need more water. At least this train is heading back to deliver that load. But where is that train of sugar? It's picking up both grain and sugar? That's not right. I'm only picking up loads of grain or sugar. We're only picking up loads of sugar, not grain. It shouldn't be carrying grain anyway. I have a model where products like this are not allowed to be carried. Well, at least that's being taken care of. Now, let's see. Ooh, the train is out of it's not close to the platform, so I might have to reduce its capacity in order to fit into the platform. Which is fine. Now, let's see. Oh! We got some new cars here that will here on the roads. Or we could just buy them to basically drive around. Let's see. I need a Honda Civic. A Mitsubishi Pedro. The Nissan Micra. The Opel Astra. Vauxhall. Renault Silo. Are you going to give me any new trains? I need Toyota Celica. Volkswagen Golf. No new trains. Shame. Alright. Let's see. I already got trucks delivering loads of barrels of liquor to Cedar Point. What about Shineston? Does that town need any barrels? I believe it does. Yeah. It has lubricants, it has general goods, but it needs both fruits and general goods. It just needs fruits and barrels of liquor. But I think it's probably time to start serving the town of Cedar Point with alcohol barrels. If I have a look here... Oh, they're already... Oh, that's not Cedar Point, that's Richland. That town is already being supplied with all the needed commodities as we speak. I need to go back and check. Let's see, consumers... Cedar Point's being taken care of. Greenwood needs to have alcohol barrels brought in. And so does Shineston. I think I might just set up another train to pick up loads of alcohol barrels and take it up to the town of Cedar Point. Let's see. I think I will drop off the cargo on this one at Cedar Point Branch. This is industrial, this is commercial, so let's see. What service is supplying this one? TS-12. So this will be freight. This will be freight train TS-1312C, and this will be carrying alcohol. Hang on, I need to go actually get the name on this. Yeah, I'll just copy the text of this. And basically, now we just need to sign a train to pick it up. Which won't be easy, because now this old Longhorn terminal... Wait. Why is this train going on that track? It should not. There we go. Now... Wait. This train is also using this line. It's carrying bauxite. Huh. I actually forgotten to remove this old track here. It's a bit of a traffic jam, but let's see. I'm probably just gonna speed this up because I still have a long way to go. There's a lot of... I mean, this series has been going on for quite a long time, and I kind of basically want to speed things up a bit more. Okay, so the train of alcohol barrels up to Cedar Point. I'll head down to the new diesel motive power depot to basically acquire another freight train to carry it. There's already tons of refined oil waiting to be picked up at the separation plant. Now then, let's see. We'll probably just use these new diesels to handle that load, since the SD40s are taking care of some of the older jobs of the older Jeeps. And I just need to choose a vehicle. Just basically need to carry loads of barreled alcohol. We'll just carry them in these 50-foot box cars. We'll get that in place. Add a caboose. And assign it to that new service. With that new freight train in place... Whoa. I did not expect this road to be so packed to the brim with people driving around. Well, with a bunch of people driving around their own personal automobiles with several different designs, and not just the stock ones. I think I might have to build a new road bridge over this track, which I probably will do right now, so at least my road vehicles won't get stuck with traffic. Let's see. We'll place that road there, and once that is connected to this, we'll basically start having people traveling in by the new road service will basically be a lot shorter, especially for the automobile industry. As a result, the old roadway will basically be converted into a single road, but it basically will only serve only as a way to connect to this industry. For people who go into work, that is. And with that out of the way, I think we basically have reached a good ending point for today's video. So, if you had enjoyed this episode of my Let's Play Transport Fever 2, please be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe to Texas Gaming Industries for new video uploads every Friday or Saturday, depending on my outside schedule. And as always, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you all in the next episode. Bye!